that is best represented by this item.
Huh?
And that's it. The Mario Kart games that use
Well, that's on
coins are
YouTube now.
typically covered in coins, collect all over the track. They're so commonplace that by the time you pick up an item,
you watched
just to see a
previous.
set of,
Where is it?
there's just nothing to be excited about. There's such a
So much
minuscule
work.
difference in top
You said it was in
speed
here.
and coins. There isn't enough of
No,
it
I
just to
didn't.
matter as your items
Didn't
are.
see that
I
before.
understand that it's an
Not
intentionally
in
worse
there.
item that
No,
the
I
players
said
in the
it's
I was
past are more
fucking
likely
with you.
to receive.
What?
But that
I was
doesn't
fucking
how
with you.
unsatisfying it is to pull one of these. Not even Wario would be excited for the coin box. And Greta's Lake is
Where
the
is
only
shit?
defining character trait. Number 2. The blooper. It's a good thing that the Splatoon characters are in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so that we can finally have a good squid in Mario Kart. The blooper continues to squirm its way into the Mario Kart games after DS, and it's just never good. The idea is that you make it harder to see for all the racers in front of you by covering their screen in ink. The tangible
You
effect of
helping?
this gives you just never seems
Yeah.
to be very
How
good.
annoying helps.
Tons of the platforms like the DS and Wii
Not
U
mine,
all have a
just sit
secondary
back.
map screen that you can just stare at when you're inked instead. And anyone that's raced a course a couple of times won't be hindered that much by a small amount of your screen cover. And if anyone ever hits a speed boost, it's an instant windshield wiper for your vision problem. When you're in the middle of a track in Mario Kart,
You'll be
you want
pissed.
something powerful and dynamic, not something that's
Yes, you did.
mildly annoying. It's so bad that even Reggie Fils-Aimé agreed that it's the worst item in Mario Kart. In an interview with Entertainment Magazine, Reggie confirmed that the blooper is the worst item to get hit with? Oh, come on, Reggie. Next you're gonna tell me you don't know what the jump button is in Super Smash Bros.
How many of course he's a Jigglypuff and whoa!
Oh. Number 1. The Thundercloud. Here it is. In my opinion, the only Mario Kart item that actively harms you more than it helps. At first, the Thundercloud gives you a
You gonna help me out?
what looms over you.
Wait.
Unlike the Golden Shroom, you can't control whether it's going to be making you faster or not, so you take off like an absolute madman, whether it's ideal or not. But it isn't just a reckless boost. If you bump into another player, you pass the cloud over to them. And if you have the cloud over your head at the end of its cycle, zap! You're getting shrunk into a tiny, slow, vulnerable racer. In theory, it's a wonderful game of hot potato like the Sticky Bomb in Smash Bros, but honestly, it just isn't as easy as it sounds to find another cart and bump into them in order to transfer this in time. At least with the blooper, I can throw that thing away and wait for a better item immediately afterward. But the Thundercloud? This thing is punishment that you are forced into.
I have
Just listen
been
to the
helping
sound
you.
that it makes when you get one. It's a bad sound.
Ew.
They knew it was bad. They designed this item knowing that you would not like to open it, knowing that you'd be panicking to
That was a
pass the
rat.
parasite off to another host, and knowing
True.
that you'd be furious when you're shrunk by your own item. Thanks, Nintendo. Please never bring this one back again. Whether it's getting the
Crap.
junkers from today's list that are in Mario Kart 8,
That's not 3DS.
or busting out a broken item that blasts
Why
you
is
in
this-
place, there's just something about the chaotic realm of Mario Kart that keeps us all coming back. You're gonna have the best time ever, and you're also gonna have the worst time ever. Thank you guys
Wait,
so
excuse me. I think I found it. I think I found it.
Right there. It's been huge.
Where was
It feels great being back. I'll try my best to
Ow!
celebrate cool new videos.
You're legitimately hurting me.
So
Stop.
see you guys next time with more Nintendo.
Ow! I think I hurt my back. Call 911.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Fucking. Nah, I'm joking. But in all seriousness.
Bye.
You know what I've been up to for the last few weeks?
Hold on.
Playing Mario Kart. Just like a lot of Mario Kart. You know what I like about Mario Kart? Items. Except when they're the bad items. We did a video for. But those good items? Man, I love me some good Mario Kart items. Mario Kart is like this cruel lottery. Sometimes you're gonna get crushed in this unfair onslaught of gross stuff. But when you have the gross stuff, it's not so gross anymore. It's actually pretty dang cool.
Here.
Let's talk about some of my favorites. Top 10 Mario Kart items. Let's go. Number 10. The green shell. The green shell is the most boring item on today's list, and honestly one of the most boring items in Mario Kart, period. Next to the
my
banana,
God.
it's definitely actually one of the most common Mario Kart staples, but honestly, it's just
Riley, I
dependable.
can't believe I'm gonna say this, but even I'm getting over that.
What?
That joke.
What?
You doing that?
Bad boys and take down someone in front of you. Sure, it bounces around, and sure, it can become your own worst enemy off of a wild ricochet, but I'm usually actually happy to see this item as long as I'm at least in the middle of the pack. Upgraded to the triples, and now we're talking. Upgraded to the double dash Bowser shell, and oh my god! Number 9. The Piranha Plant. It's nice to have while still having its weaknesses and not being completely broken. It gives the player a nice lengthy time to chomp away at nearby coins, obstacles, and of course, players, giving you a tiny speed boost with each lunge. Sure, it won't guard your back, and it probably won't pull you from last place up into first, but especially at the beginning of the race, it's always a ton of fun to go full Little Shop of Horrors on a group. Number 8. The Fire Flower. You know what sucks about the green shell? Is when you miss lighting it, you shot, and it just goes drifting away. But what if you had 10 shots? 10 slightly smaller shots, but they had basically zero lag between when you fired one and the next. That'd be pretty dang great. The Fire Flower abandons the defensive simplicity of the classic green shell, but exchanges it for a flamethrower, burning away quickly, but almost guaranteeing that you're going to hit somebody in front or behind you if you're close by. Because you can just machine gun all the shots out, it'll often eat away your opponent's defensive item before cooking them alive as well. It's a pretty
Or
good
cooking you alive.
The mixtape yet. It's 10 explosive singles so good that they'd stop you in your tracks. That's probably why I only show up on Shoku Cyphers once every 4 years. Number 7. The Lightning. This is one of those items that you usually only see farther back in the pack, and while it isn't as dynamic as some of the strongest items on today's list, its effect is still absurdly powerful. Being able to shrink everyone in front of you and double them to the floor, then allowing you to flatten the tiny creatures in front of you like a pancake if you play your cards right. It's so annoying to get hit by because there's nothing you can really do to avoid it. You aren't invincible, you're going down.
I'm gonna do something for you.
Especially packaged in the double item box format. It's pretty rare, and I swear I only see these things go off like one time per race.
See this?
When Mother Nature strikes,
Yes,
it's deadly. Number 6. The Mega Mushroom. If the lightning is honey I shrunk the kid, the Mega Mushroom is honey I blew up the kid. Yeah, they really called it that. This Mario Kart monstrosity makes you a momentary Godzilla, with a speed boost, immunity to some items, and once again, the ability to flatten all the foes around you. It can be a little annoying at times in tight spaces, but for the most part, being big is a pretty big deal. Number 5. The Mushroom. I'm lumping all the kinds of mushrooms here, whether it's single, triple, or golden. Gotta go fast. Being able to suddenly burst past another player is huge, especially in the front of the pack. On top of this, there are all kinds of shortcuts in Mario Kart that can only be accomplished by using a mushroom to cut through normally slowing off-road areas. While unlike most of the top items on this list, these offer you zero defensive protection at all, there are some comebacks that simply couldn't happen with anything but a shroom zoom. Sure, it's a wacky torture simulator, but at the end of the day, Mario Kart is a race. And it turns out that going faster is pretty good in races. Number 4. The Star. The Star is the gold standard of Mario Kart items, wrapping together invincibility and speed in a package that I am always happy to see. Sure, you might not go rocketing forward like with the Golden Shroom, but the boost is significant enough to cut corners, all without fear of getting hit by anything. You also blast away any foe that you touch if they're unfortunate enough to be in your path, and it's insanely good if you have one of these active when someone else drops the lightning on everybody else. There isn't a whole lot I can say, it's just good. Number 3. The Red Shell. It's crazy how many spots farther up you can go in today's tier list by painting your green shells red. And the answer to why is simple. The Red Shell is the ultimate death machine. Equipped with patented heat-seeking technology, the offensive ability to throw an item that locks another player in front of you is just pretty dang unmatched. It's a terrifying feeling, getting the Red Shell's warning siren without a protective item at your back. In fact, it's the true reason people even care about protecting the back of your cart so
I
much
got
in
you
the
2
first
drinks, I got
place.
me 2
The
drinks.
truly nuts variant of this is
No.
the triple red shell, which defends you while also giving you a nearly guaranteed way to pass at least the player in front of you. It's either going to wear down the defenses of the player in front of you, or you're just
No,
going to
it's
be able to
nice
hit
that
them
they're watching
multiple
YouTube.
times in a row with nothing that
I
they can do to
guess.
stop you.
Considering the fact that you
Number
barely
two.
see it.
Huh?
The Crazy Eight.
Considering the fact
Okay,
that
so
you
I know a
barely
lot
see
of people hate this
Well, I
item
can
for some
see it
reason,
nonetheless.
and I do get it. It's intimidating. You might not know how or what to do with 8 suddenly rotating items around you, and when's the right
Here.
time to time them.
Here's
A
your
nearby
2.
opponent might steal the star or mushroom or whatever by running into it. That's annoying.
Here's the secret.
Mash L. Just mash L. I found that giving up trying any strategy with this item still makes it a heck of an item in the end. Because even if you just mindlessly mash away
M
until
for
all your items are
molester.
gone, you're still getting a coin, a green shell, a red shell, a banana, a mushroom, a star, a blooper, and a bomb. And yeah, there's a lot of junk in here, but at the very least, this is a red shell and a star, which can attack the player in front of you while zooming away past them. It's a party of all kinds of items, but when it has the number 3, the number 4, and the number 5 item from today's list combined into one obnoxious pile, yeah, that's a pretty dang good pile. Number 1! The Bullet Bill. There is a clear number 1 on today's list, and a clear number 1 best item in Mario Kart, and that's my BFF Bill. This thing took the Chain Chomp from Double Dash and pumped it up full of invincibility and speed steroids. It gives you the ability to simply forget about driving, sit back, and enjoy the chaos. The speed you get from it is unmatched. The knockback for getting blasted by this thing is huge. There is no better comeback tool. And I know what you're thinking, Jay Witz, you can't really get this unless you're all the way at the back of the pack, and this is true. But especially around lap 2, it can turn a lost race into one that you can actually win. But at the end of the day, I'm not talking about item rarity. I'm just talking about the best items. And man, turning into a massive dip bullet and pulverizing everything in sight, that's the best. Mario Kart is just a way of life. You live by the explosive comeback items, and you die by the coin that doesn't protect you at all in first place. It's just a nice little slice of chaos that I'm happy to have back in the mainstream again. Thank you guys, truly thank you for watching these recent videos. It's always a huge joy making them and sharing my gaming experiences with you guys, and I'm so glad the support has been just so huge this year. Have an awesome day, may your items be the good ones, and as always, see you next time with more Nintendo content.
Stormy, you should shut the door so you don't wake him up.
Have you guys seen Mario Odyssey yet? What a freaking crazy concept! Using Mario's head to possess enemies and characters is just such a fun idea. It's like Space Station Silicon Valley for the modern era. You can take over classic Mario enemies, this random frog, a T-Rex, and even people. Regular, everyday people. Just like you. It looks like this new capture system will be
What?
replacing
Sorry.
traditional Mario series
Yeah.
power-ups. I, for one, am excited to see Nintendo innovating the Mario experience to make a unique adventure, but while our classic power-ups are being temporarily sidelined, I thought it would be a good time to look back at my favorites over the years. In general, I tried to focus on power-ups that actively modify Mario himself. Yoshi and Blood get massive honorable mentions, but in general, they're more like really cool stuff that Mario rides. 10 favorite Mario power-ups, let's do this. Number 10. The Cloud Flower. You know that motivational poster? Reach for the stars, so if you fall, you'll land on a cloud. Well, Mario took that literally. He reached for the stars in Galaxy 2, and with the Cloud Flower, landed on a lot of clouds. This nifty power-up allows you to create 3 temporary platforms in mid-air with the spin jump. You become a little lighter and can jump a little farther as well, allowing you to make some absurd shortcuts or reach insane heights. Like all Galaxy power-ups, it's only used in a couple of levels, but with a couple of crazy bosses thrown in the mix, this is one cloudy forecast I'm happy to see. Number 9. Goomba Shoe. Now, I know what you're saying. How can the shoe be on this list if Flood and Yoshi were left off because they were rides? Allow me to answer your question with completely unrelated trivia that will hopefully distract you. In the
Yoshi's
original
not
Mario
in
3, even in English,
He's
this
not
item
in
was referred to
everyone.
in-game as Karibo
Not
Shoe,
anymore.
because Goombas in the Japanese game are referred to as Karibo. Yes, the exact same name as that recurring brown beast in Yu-Gi-Oh! Roughly translated from Japanese, Karibo means chestnut guy, leading Japanese gamers to believe that Goombas were chestnuts for years before learning that they were based on shiitake mushrooms. Even Iwata was fooled. So why is Goomba's shoe on this list anyways? It's in only one level, 5-3 from Mario 3. Well, it provides a fun mix of protection from a hit and complete safety from spikes. But the recent Super Mario Maker took this power-up to the extreme, adding all kinds of crazy small and giant variants, ground-pounding mechanics, and shoe-hopping gimmicks. I love it. These boots are made for stomping, and that's just what they'll do.
Number 8.
The Double Cherry. You know what's better than one Mario? 2 Marios. You know what's better than 2 Marios? 4 Marios. This Super Mario 3D World gimmick is pure chaos, and becomes especially insane when you have an army of Marios. Not only does this help single-player gamers experience the feel of co-op if they don't have a full group to play, but it also makes for some pretty awesome gimmicks, like the Galaga-like honeycomb stairway. Check it out! Double lasers! Or double boomerangs. It's cool, okay?
Number 7.
The Fire Flower. It's a downright classic, but the Fire Flower never really seems to get old. In a game where you typically have to jump on an enemy in order to attack, having the sudden option to fire a ranged projectile feels amazing. Even the typically invincible Bowser can be roasted with enough hits from this bad boy. You know what they say? Fight fire with fire.
Number 6.
The Superstar. Another classic that I've always enjoyed is the Superstar. Theoretically, it's the best item, granting complete invincibility while the classic celebratory theme plays. While it might not help enable crazy shortcuts or really offer anything other than knowing that you won't take damage for a little while, there's always a huge rush when you get one of these, instantly wondering if you should run forward at maximum speed in order to get the most out of your temporary power-up. The more recent Mega Mushroom is a fun take on this as well, offering a Godzilla-sized package of temporary destruction. Both of these items offer a great time, even if the fun doesn't last.
Number 5.
The Rock Mushroom.
What?
What the rock is cooking?
Samus, eat your heart out. Mario's Morph Ball is one of my favorite power-ups of all time, turning you into a barely controllable mass of destruction. Bouncing off of walls, hopping, and getting a strike feels incredible. It's that feeling of raw power, size, and speed combined into one package that bring yet another Galaxy 2 power-up on my list.
Number 4.
The Super Bell. The central new suit for Super Mario 3D World is Cat Mario, and it begins a trend that you'll see over the next few of my items on this list. I like power-ups that give you multiple new moves, and the Super Bell is all about that, allowing you to break into a sprite faster, swipe at enemies, climb up walls, and my personal favorite, letting you literally dive kick from the air down onto your opponents. And I know it doesn't count as a way that a power-up is cool for Mario, but man do I love what they did with Meowser! He's adorable! And terrifying.
Number 3.
The Tanuki Suit. Just like the Goomba Shoe, the Tanuki Suit used to be an obscure Mario 3 exclusive, but since the recent 3DS and Wii U Super Mario 3D titles, it's been back in full force. It's a slightly enhanced form of the regular Raccoon Mario, giving you all the goodies from that item, including flight and a tail attack, but wrapping it all up with an invincible statue transformation. Jump up into the air, and you can even slam down on enemies to defeat them. An ability that was revived in the Super Mario 3D games as well.
You can't?
Have you ever wondered what it's like to fly? How about what it feels like to be at the wall? The Tanuki Suit has you covered.
Number 2.
You can turn to stone?
The Penguin Suit.
I never knew that.
I hate ice levels. What better way to make platforming frustrating than making it so that you slide around on the surfaces? Gross. So naturally, what better way to fix this than... No more slipping while you walk, but if you want to slide, just crouch down and you're in for the ride of your life. You can swim with more control like the old frog suit, and on top of all that, you can still throw ice balls like the regular ice flower. It's a nice comprehensive item, all wrapped up into one cute little package.
Number 1.
The Cape Feather. There are a lot of different ways that Mario can fly or hover, but my choice of Mario Airline is on the Cape Express. Like the leaf-based items, it allows you a combination of flight and short-range melee attack, but there's something about the way that Cape Flight functions that's just so slick. You actually have to dive down and lift up in time in order to get a good horizontal flight going, but my absolute favorite move is when you have ground below you for a crash landing. Incoming Mario in 3, 2, 1, ba-boom! The second I did my first dive bomb with Mario, I knew the cape would be a favorite power-up for life. And thanks to Super Mario Maker, it's been revived in some pretty crazy ways too. Just this one time, I think it's alright to disagree with Edna Mode. Yes, capes. Mario power-ups are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, and man does Odyssey look like it's got some really weird flavors of chocolate in that box. I'm sure someday we'll need a separate top 10 just to sort out my 10 favorite new capture abilities, but until that's here, I hope you enjoyed this little look over Super Mario history. Thank you so much for watching. Consider sharing this video with a friend if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you next time with more Nintendo content. This video was made with footage from a review copy provided by Nintendo. Also, this video contains major spoilers for Super Mario Odyssey. If you haven't beaten the game and dipped a little into the post-game, you might see something that you haven't seen before. You've been warned! Hey Nintendo fans, and happy Halloween! This is a personal favorite holiday of mine, and I enjoy using this time of year to talk about some of the creepier stuff in Nintendo games. This year, we're going to go on the more colorful side of things with Super Mario Odyssey. At first I thought, top 10 costumes? That would be a perfect fit for Mario on this Halloween. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this game's capture ability is actually perfectly spooky for Halloween too, and has a little more variety than just costumes. After all, what's more terrifying than using a ghost to possess someone's body? Even people. This game is crazy. We have over 50 captures to choose from, and it made picking my top 10 favorites pretty tough. Here's what my personal list ended up like. Number 10. Uproot. What's Uproot? Only the greatest, grumpiest little plant you'll find in the Wooded Kingdom. You can't jump, but instead this chia pet on steroids can quickly grow to launch into the sky. There's a lot of captures that let you jump high, but Uproot has some unique challenges that have you going up and under in funky ways that you wouldn't expect. Plus, Uproot's unique boss was one of my favorites. Hopping over waves of tall lasers was a lot of fun. Number 9. Ever since it was revealed that Mario can run around in his boxer shorts, the internet has lost their collective minds. I guess they just weren't ready to see this much of Mario's body quite yet. But seriously, let's give Mario a little credit. He isn't just a piece of meat for you to Oh. No, I guess he is a piece of meat here, huh? I had to add at least one of the game's ridiculous captures, and of those, the meat takes the cake for being one of my favorite moments of comic relief in the game. The little mustache, the ridiculous bounce as you shuffle to attract the attention of a giant bird. This meat is perfection. Well done. Medium rare, I guess.
Firm, but with a little give. Yep, these are medium rare.
What if somebody wants theirs well done?
We ask them politely yet firmly to leave.
Number 8. T-Rex. The T-Rex was, for many, the first capture that we had ever seen, with Odyssey's shocking E3 trailer and opening. And even though the surprise of Mario becoming a giant dinosaur has been revealed in advance, it doesn't change that it feels amazing to sprint and dash through everything in sight. Chain chomps, trees, blocks, nothing is safe. And while the dino can't jump on its own, it's ridiculous when it launches into the air off of a trampoline platform. It is limited to a few small areas, and it's a little hard to control, but sometimes you just want to smash stuff. I like smashing stuff. Number 7. The Tropical Wiggler. In what is surely the number 1 in Weird Al's personal top 10, the accordion-like Tropical Wiggler is a simple creature that's used in a ton of extremely clever ways. Like Uproot, its main gimmick is stretching, but this time you'll have complete control over which direction you wind and snake and stretch with your extended body, allowing you to reach far away, pull into a new area, and then instantly zip back down to a compact size. Going from path to path with freedom feels good, and a handful of smart puzzles turn the Wiggler into one of my favorites. That little sound effect that drops each time you slink around the island is a nice touch too. Number 6. Sherm. What kind of name for a tank is Sherm? Well, it turns out it's probably a reference to the M4 Sherman, which was the most popular medium tank the Western Allies used in World War II. The more you know. Sherman's another T-Rex type where your main draw is being a big smashy thing that can't jump. Except this time you're a T-Rex with guns, blasting the competition away at a distance, opening new paths, and collecting hard-to-reach purple coins while you're at it. They use Sherm a lot in this game across multiple kingdoms, and I'm pumped every single time I see it. Roll out. Number 5. Tokyo. Bowser's Japanese-inspired kingdom was by far one of my favorite surprises in Odyssey, and Tokyo is a big part of why. Not only is this a precious little burb, but it's deadly, throwing forward a lightning-fast peck with ninja speed. And while Odyssey is full of different ways to do the catapult launch thing, the Tokyo can do it over and over again, scaling the Eastern-inspired towers of Bowser's Lair in style. It all wraps up in an epic battle doodles into outer space. That's vicious. Number 4. Yoshi. Though it's certainly set used to a new dinosaur, I was pumped to see the OG Mario dinosaur making its return too. Already on top of the castle, a cool comeback from Mario 64. I was a little surprised it came out to ride with Yoshi, but the Yoshi Mario combo that includes the characters is better too. Number 3.
You are not excused.
But if somehow you were in that category, the shenanigan racing is exactly that combo. Adorable, beautiful seals that love to throw down on the racetrack. These races are some of the absolute favorite things in Odyssey, and it makes the fun and test on which the best something where they take classic points on the course. There's a lot of specific scenario that we capture the racetrack. You can't be the race, how it's completely difficult to let them themselves, it turns out that he was a natural all along.
These are my friends.
Sure, you won't remember it when it's over, but you'll be aware of it. Number 2. And the sheer amount of freedom that you have to move and attack with makes this a pretty unique capture. Also, I like doing the machine gun on top of the bald guy's head. Fun boss.
Do you mind if you go to
Bowser. But taking over Bowser to take out that strange alien fantastic son that flows up in the story. A lot of people think this is sure, you have more control over Bowser than one other Mario game.
It starts
like this. First, there's the incredible sequence that pulls up past Bowser memories in the lead, which is an amazing touch. But controlling Bowser in this game is not unlike what you expect. He isn't slow at all. He's agile and has a powerful close-range claw and a long-range fireball that tears up everything around you. You even get the classic NES fireball attack when you look for the big session. It's the perfect blend of dance.
Can't tell anything.
It's what it's all about. These are the entire adventures of the old Bowser and what better conclusion than taking over the biggest city of them all. Like I mentioned, it was actually really hard picking a favorite 10 out of the captures available. What can I say? It's just really fun.
Where's your 3DS?
Throwing in the minds. of everything and everyone around.
This is how I go
You
through
take
them.
any,
On
you
that
get
note,
cheap.
have a happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy the sights, enjoy
Yeah,
the
there
lights,
are. I
and we'll
know.
see you guys next
I know
time
you
with
tabbed it.
more Nintendo content.
You know, I just saw something.
There's a lot
You want
to
a
be said
game?
about Super Mario 64.
Brother Dick gave the system to you.
He's on your music.
Huh?
He's on music because that fucking douchebag. And he's experienced. I thought it was fucking awesome. Yes, he used it. Yeah, he's willing to continue to do that.
Let's jump in.
Nintendo.
When you were really working, that was he's grown up quite a bit. Where did that even come from? I got nothing to say to that.
It isn't flashy, but it's easy to jump into any level that you want to.
I'm just trying to find a game to play on my computer.
Mario games to come. Super
Wait, play
Mario
that push
Sunshine
button, please.
of Mario 64.
It's not good. It's just a fighting game.
Yeah, the fighting name was that battle one.
No, it's not that fighting game. It's the older one that's even more shitty.
I still tried.
You need a microphone for that.
You need a game to
No,
just said it.
you can just use your friggin' keyboard.
All the way up to here. Despite the massive couple of signs though, Sunshine only contains half the number of main worlds in 64, with 7 from 64. Super Mario Galaxy brings Mario to the sky. These ones are literal cosmic settles with this place. This is the first Super Mario game that touched back on 4 first two 3D Mario games, but they definitely began a trend toward more levels and less exploration. We'll talk about that throughout the game. In general, that's what all these three games bring to the table, but now let's see how they execute it. Mario 64 opened a massive can of worms that blew me away when I first played it in 1996. Before this, Mario had like 3 moves. Jump,
I
run,
tried it.
spin jump, and that's
I
about
tried the game, it didn't work. It refused to start.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Cold inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting brown, baby, drink your night away. Maybe we will not regret it, you will not regret me. Laying down under the sun, burning love cause we are young. No one tells us what's done wrong, cause it's just me and you. Yeah, it's just me and you.
Sounds like me. What? It sounds like something I would say.
You also can't run this anymore. Instead, replace water and open the whole shit. As well, change your shooting strength and how hard you hit. Like hover nozzles,
The Game Boy Advance versions of the games are pretty terrible.
Ow, ow.
Mario Galaxy is similar.
You okay now?
After a
I
decade
did
of
this.
programming
Like, I did that with my muscle.
Yeah, not a good idea.
No, but I bruised that muscle, so.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you? There's a new Kirby game coming. It's for the Switch. When you possess their powers when you beat them.
Oh, I know. That was in the week.
Nope, it isn't that.
It was type 1, and then it's type ball, and you eat a fireball, it'd be like type fireball, from that one.
a strong tool, but occasionally easy
I
to use as
know.
a crutch. Shaking the spin jump usually works.
Trying to find the button to start the game. It's me? Personally, I feel like playing with those.
This is awesome. She's like, don't do anything bad. She's like, so they're doing an after club, but it's a science club. It's like these super smart science people that like advance when they should be. And they're actually doing tournaments if they do over 2 years. Like, there's 2 teams in our school. If they pick, like, each one has 5 people. And then, like, literally, they go to Washington, D.C. And we were laughing. You know, and Molly. You know that, no. So Just because I'm talking, it's pretty much loudly. Oh, you know what? Choose the next day after. Choose the next. I'm a good kid and stuff. And that's what anti-social.
I don't believe that.
No, I don't. No, you can ask my friends. I don't talk. No, I get bullied in school. I get bullied. I used to get bullied. That's why I don't put up with shit when other people get bullied. Because I don't get bullied anymore. But like when someone has a mental disability in our school, like our friend's is Zeus, but he has like ADHD and like autism. It's like I feel bad for the kids. Like don't be jerks to me. This is more.
One thing I've learned though is the last thing you want to do is
What?
the last thing you want them to want to do is interfere with their business.
Oh, I don't. I just like, Zeus, come here. I'm not in his classes anymore, so. Oh, I do. I say hi to him in the house.
One thing during lunch.
No, I think 2 years ago I did. Yeah, 2 years ago I did. I just have boys. Oh! It's, oh, you choose to get my crack. My butt crack. I took a straw.
Yeah, don't do that. I was right.
What?
It's garbage.
How much is it?
You really want to say how this thing controls.
Move your head.
You hit Z to accelerate and X to jump. That's it.
Just that? Little hill?
Yeah, basically. They didn't even try.
And the funny part? They're probably making millions off it, but they're losing lots of profit.
Dude, it's killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. So is
But
it?
it's probably addicting if you were to fail.
Galaxy and Galaxy 2 is a way to remove this obstacle
There has to be a
entirely. Once again, however,
consistent clip.
because of the fixed angles, there's definitely been a time or two where I felt it was a jump that I wasn't sure was correct.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
It's tricky, isn't it? That's what I just looked in the pocket. Did you know it was the first time I was like Bowser? And it's far away. Also?
Yeah,
Do you have this time like in the 3DS?
yes, I do.
Can I use it?
As long as you get back.
I lost my 3D. I didn't lose it. I left it in Peppa's. And no, I left it in May's.
Oh,
But I had to wait a whole year.
you did?
I can't drive down there. That's wrong. And why would I steal that if I use a marker and a marker? That won't fit in my fingers. Even my other XL didn't fit. It wouldn't fit. went to bed at half an hour later than I did. You know what's weird? I went to bed at half an hour later last night than I did when I took it an hour before. So that was weird. It's like you think I would go to bed like at 1 just to get back up.
It's a variety in terms of individual missions, but its overall selection of worlds is smaller than 7 Pro. Some of these things are
Free to decide, we will
You know how to get to 11?
standing in the street alone.
Get up, buddy.
I'm trying to make sure I don't run into. You didn't start the game already. Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna go and stay in your video.
There's one problem. I may or may not have, my Pokemon stones in there. And I just don't want to lose that thing. It costs $50, I think. There. Just don't unplug it.
So I can take it down. So yeah. I know. I'm trying to
Not do that.
try.
Of all things you have to do, you have to jump around. On my floor. My floor is already a mess. Do I need more?
Oh, that's what goes on my bed.
What? What's your favorite Pokemon so far?
I know so far. There's like only like a favorite I think the Lola is more
Sun and Rain, Ultra and Ultra Sun.
I want something that has because it has every single Pokemon. So everything has all the teams. And it has yeah, but yeah, just like I'll just send it to you. No, no, no. Like if I would have one more Pokemon, you have to send me. I have to send you a link. Because that means I would send you a link of the sun. There's no Ultra Sun Pokemon. So that means you screwed up. Because that means I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have.
Are they still trying to fix the game stuff? There's also
That was online. That's not like people that won't play that game. And you don't have to be.
people still play it.
And you don't have to be like this close to trade. Like I'm saying, the old games, like DS games. Yeah, I know. I forgot yours is download for them.
Yeah? Yeah, I did. Why is it creepy?
Like you always think you have money, and then you have like 50 games that probably cost at least $50. Like all. And you can order them for like $2.
Usually, yeah. Hey, remember that game, Get the Rights?
Wait. No.
What I asked my baby? The one we've been playing on the website.
Yes.
So here's the secret.
That's a drug.
is the more important question.
I don't know where I'm tattooing.
Good point. I want to get a tattoo of Mom's birthday and death date and your mom's birthday. If I can. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
Yes.
It's showing.
You want one?
No.
All I do is really just do that. Yeah, look at it, it's coming.
You did that to yourself.
Hey, Dad, what's my dick? No, son, too late.
It's just on your leg. It's like
Actually, a joke is it fatter than it is long.
I'm surprised I didn't know that.
Listen,
Hang out with Dad too. So,
oh no, you didn't know what that meant. You forgot. My cock, Jaden. I'm not gonna hear that.
seriously, that's your conversation.
No, that's Drew's conversation. Wow! Can I change characters? Yes, we will. Why are you flying? Hey, how do you go?
Please don't hit me. You did. Right. You did.
Just kidding. Kill your kitty. That's what's a hurt. Here, fix my cock. Rub my cock.
Skating or ice wall jumping is a super clever idea that works
Can you
really well.
stop attempting
Most
to
of my
hurt me?
favorite power-ups actually come from Galaxy 2, the rock and the blood.
Well, guess what? You did.
Like the only way of getting
In a fist fight, someone goes, "Here, oh shit, come here." I just pulled down my pants and was like, whoa, whoa. I was just wondering why you were doing that.
They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high in love. We're invincible.
Does anyone remember that thing from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Why am I flying? I want a flat surface.
You remember that?
In the diary, yeah, flying sheep.
There was this thing that if you got touched by someone that touched the movie Two Minutes Called,
Oh, I remember that.
you had to go like this to avoid it. Didn't you have them from?
We don't have to do it. We don't have to do it.
It's like,
Let's escape the gray and let the colors rain. Turn the
you're probably
silver
just
and
wondering
our words
what we're
into
talking about.
pure reality. 'Cause you and me are meant to be what they don't
That's
see.
invincible.
Never feeling
Stop
wrong,
attacking
What's going on? Who? People on the stream.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We don't even care. We're just like, yeah, fuck it.
I don't like the flying baby. I just got one of those Julian, why is it coming
Wow, that was very low. I didn't get what I wanted.
What just happened to your laptop?
Probably died.
Can you please help me fix it?
That's finding a place to charge it.
I have no idea how to do a proper unlockable. I don't have parts on this one. None of what I'm doing is unlockable. It's just a 50-50 guess. And you can actually carry on.
What?
Holy shit, red area. What is it? I need to know.
You're right.
Dead.
Have fun charging it. Can you hold the end of it? I'm gonna see the position that I... Really? Let me see. Well, okay. This little fucker is turned on. Hey, you set it up. I want to be watching like this the other day.
No, they're not.
I want to watch it. That's so good. I'm gonna call Heather. I'm sure what was that? Wait, did you watch me take both of my nets? Right?
I believe so.
Yeah, take both.
Alright. 49 minutes. 48 minutes. Sorry.
Okay. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Right there. Look at the perfect rectangles.
I'm like an old man. Oh, I got up too fast. My back.
That's you. I'm trying to lift up your pencil. Oh my god, you broke my muscle. I'm gonna punch you and show off, and not just take some other pole and stuff. You don't know, you slowly even notice that it's been turned up a bit.
I did notice, but I put
I would have said that. Hey, tonight's not to be like it was last year at James' house. I'm still gonna have an Oreo cookie as my first snack. And my last food. I want every year.
with a bang.
This is my favorite drink.
What's that?
You're gonna tell me this. You know if you orange into the season up or orange, but the orange, and he's like that. The skin is very hard. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And it has like strawberries for it. I love that.
Hey, God.
I'm gonna wanna get some cookies after with me.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I was like, wait a minute.
Hey, God. This is good.
Just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean you won't suck at it.
Really?
America is now the least racist white majority society.
Ha! That is racist by just saying that. America's the least, like, most racist society in it. It's racist. Let's just say, everything is racist. It's stupid. It's not even a word called racist. So it's like, why can't you have pizza holding it for it?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
And if I feel like they're doing it stupid, and you guys it stupid is so cool. So, you know, looking at,
Give me a sec. Like or something.
I was gonna say, 'cause that's how you say I'm trying to watch, and I said, really, bitch, that's how you read it.
I'm just making my list for tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, what do you want me to look at?
That's what I do too. I just look at my likes videos. Oh, shit. Your iPhones.
I looked earlier, but I mean, there's NBC News, but who wants to watch mine?
No. Those weren't live.
Those are live.
No, just look up live. Live now. Not lots of pop-up. Where's Japanese channels? Or is it just because we're in America and it's only does American videos? Or is just Japanese people like doing this too?
There aren't that many. There really aren't that many.
Because I haven't popped up on there.
Let me.
Who is it? Yeah, Happy New Year's! Fuck is that? Someone's like messed up their screen.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's maybe
Hey,
been.
this tape that I must have had from either today or from Hugo's house. I do this, I roll tape a lot and I use it, it helps me. Do I look tired to you? Just funny.
Huh?
Do I look tired?
Teetering. How do you feel?
Holy shit, I actually thought there was 42 more seconds. So it's like, oh, no. 40, 41, 42. Count numbers. No. You get it?
Yeah.
Because that means I missed it.
Or I'll see what I'm doing here. It's cool. But
It's a good movie. That my camera can't see the TV.
New Year's Eve. So cool. Well, my brother's pretty well around down the road 7.
Okay. Isn't it in 88?
Yeah.
When
He
is
lived
it?
in 9 then.
So where is he born?
86. Well, he'd be 8 at the time of this concert in particular.
I have to continue on the screen on my TV. And I've had 115 video on playlist on right now.
Can you?
I'm not trying to get please.
I want to show them something.
Not for fun.
Why?
I don't want to do it. I don't have that much shit. It's so amazing.
That's where you can doesn't sing that many of those songs. He doesn't. There's some, but not that many of those songs.
This is like I saw something ticking on my butt and I turned it was at the same room as that. It was white. And I showed you what the tape on it.
First night out.
Well, not a tape on it, something else. So, casually as I think about it, now the book says something.
Yep, this is my music, guys.
I can hear it. No, it's not. Turn it up. Unless I'm like vibes like this.
You know how long this is?
An hour and 2 minutes. I'm not watching this movie.
Why not? Time killer.
No, I don't want to watch it. I want to watch Cat Vines. It's not a time killer if you enjoy it. We both enjoy Cat Vines, or Cat Fails, or
I
Animal Fails.
don't.
Yes, you do. You laugh. Stop being a pussy. You just want to watch that. You want to watch what we both want to watch.
Fine, I'll put it on there.
I got no problem with it. You'll put it on there?
I'll put it on there and over.
You'll put it on there.
My fucking room, dude.
Stop, you're just gonna make a huge conversation. I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want you to start anything. So just stop. Stop right
Fuck
there.
you. Oh, fuck this. You wanna have a conversation or something?
There's no time for it. What's in front? There's no time for it. You're still at least in the street, right?
Yeah, we're gonna shrink. But I figured we'd talk about you.
You don't want to come out?
They do like us talking.
No, but some people just stand back and watch the streams. Those are no songs that can tell you Really? Turn it back on. You know you did that.
No.
It's sad. It like just disconnects. You mind turning back it on? Do you mind clicking the power button? Shit, hopefully she doesn't call back.
You just thought of that, didn't you?
Oh, I'm doing this. Sorry. Excuse me. Hopefully Dad doesn't call back.
Huh?
Hopefully Dad doesn't call back. That'll be bad.
He's probably drunk by now.
Whatever, let's have our conversation.
Alright.
With my music.
Can I sit on there with you?
Really? Fine. Wait, why? Okay, it went straight to voicemail, so.
Turned off.
What?
She probably has it turned off.
I said, Dad.
And does that shock you?
No, in a way, it kind of does. He never has his phone off. Three, 2, 1. Happy New Year, okay.
Can I sit up there with you?
Fine, I guess. There goes my comfort zone. Wait. I'm typing upside down, so I think I should get some respect. Should I just have copyright?
Huh?
Fuck copyright.
Ninja sex party, something. Don't care what, just something that's not that music that you have on. Also, the thing's dying. I guess not. I put on I'm a hoe.
Okay, that's a one-piece breast, $5. Pot pie costs you $5. That's a famous bowl, $5 bills.
Fucking hate
Tenders
these
for
ads.
$5.
Oh, never mind. What I would do if there's an ad that lasts for 5 minutes and you couldn't click off. Just exit out. And this is very interesting. Usually sometimes the long ones are really interesting. First one, the short ones are just like, the intro thing. Can I say it?
Choking me, I was so obsessed. Give you all of me, and honestly, I got nothing left. I loved you dangerously. Let me in and I breathe. We were close at the speed line, we were going 10 carats, the explosion ruined me.
I heard a vibration. I don't know if it as it ends.
It's only fair.
Shut
Yeah,
the
dude.
fuck shit. No.
Ready?
Fuck your dad. Please, please, warn you, dad. You should really set some balls on looking so good. What? What did you say? You could do it all night long. What's that? All right, long. I'm like, what? No, all right, wrong. Wrong. I'm like, what? You lost it. That wife before, which I didn't have. Butter for me though. Oh, I want butter. Who is worth? Pretty much. No, I don't have a butter. Seriously. Go down that butter bread. Get your fucking tail here, dude. It's like. That I don't use butter. Alright, we've pretty never that. Oh, yes, Daddy, yes, sweet and up, Daddy. I was freaking out. Why? I thought I cut them. I thought I cut yours. Really too. First of all, first fucking brain is too far. Where's the this in there? No ring is in there? You can't. So two, but I don't touch. sweet. That's what I had an Oreo. I didn't know for you. Me. He didn't think of this with Sorry, what? I don't like to check around. Well, no, so it's like the worker I know that works for me. In an area where it's full of infectious families. And when she walked out, she had a problem. I'm like, no way. No, she was no, she was saying, her neighbor, even a 15-year-old, can't her tap.
Wait, that's Oreo. Yeah, get like 3 Oreos for me.
I can't read.
Yes, you can. You can.
Can you get me three?
Oh my god. I thought it said 4, 3, 2, 1. I was like, fuck. Hey, it took us 2 minutes. Oops, I have a crack. I dropped your cookies on the floor.
Check the time on my TV.
It's 12:04. Show off.
No, it isn't. My computer's off.
Fucking A. You just missed it.
Yeah.
Because that's fucking wrong. It's right. It's counting upwards. We were out there for 5 minutes. in it for 9 minutes.
To be fair, we were laughing our asses off.
So my last drink is a Heisey. And my first snack was... What was my last snack?
Cake, I think, or something.
Yeah, cake. They're not that long without eating.
No, I'm just laughing at the fact how you still thought that you cut off life support. What fucking life support?
Bye. I raped your dad.